Hey there everyone, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another orchid adventure with me, Maria Young. Okay, so today what I'm going to be talking about is this particular orchid right here, which hasn't been doing so well for me. You know, in life there comes a time where there are just particular people that just don't like you no matter what. Well, I think that also applies to certain orchid plants as well. Okay, this particular orchid plant right here, I absolutely have admired and have witnessed other growers just really doing exceedingly well with this particular orchid. So because this orchid blossom that blooms from this is so gorgeous and so stunning and really looks like a work of art, displaying many different colors, and of course some of the blossoms actually look like they're spotted with different speckles of paint and whatnot. I mean, that's the closest thing I could describe. But gorgeous, gorgeous blossoms. So indeed, I had to get one of these. Now, folks, I have done all that I could with this orchid. I mean, I really have. I made sure I was not overwatering it. I was making sure it had the appropriate lighting. I repotted it as gentle as possible. Made sure that this had no type of fungus, no type of insect infestation. I did absolutely all that I could for this orchid, and yet and still you are noticing just really bad stress. When I first got this orchid plant, it was beautiful. I mean, this right here was so plump and just such a healthy, suitable. It did not have any type of accordion leaves at all. So looking closer now, you will definitely notice the very rippled effect on this leaf, which of course is an indication that this plant is not receiving enough water. And over here as well with the wrinkled suitable, that is also another indication that this is not adequately getting enough water. Now here's the thing, folks. I also ended up checking the root system. The root system appears to be fine. It's not rotting. There wasn't hardly any dead roots, and the roots that were showing, you know, that they weren't prosperous at all, I went ahead and cut them off. So all indications of this is healthy. I mean, absolutely nothing wrong. So why is this doing this to me? I am getting very, very aggravated, and I don't know what else to do. I've come to the assumption that this orchid right here just does not like me. That's all it is. It just does not like me. And I am a-okay with that, because in sincere honesty, I don't think I like it either. Oh, let me go ahead and tell you exactly what it is. This is the Bolera Marfitch. Very beautiful, very big blossoms that this will bloom from. Huge spike, and of course nice size blossom with just an assortment of color. This in particular has a very violet, very fuchsia color, and very, very gorgeous, folks. But as you can see here, I am having no such luck. So today what I am going to do, I have really thrown in the towel with this gal, and I have really just thrown up the white flag as well. I surrender. I mean, you win, okay? You win. Folks, what I am going to do now, since I did get this at a garden center that gives you 1 year warranty on the plant, if it dies, if you keep the receipt, they will exchange the plant or they will give you back your money. Well, in this case, as you guys see, it is not dead. I mean, it's, I guess you could say, hanging on. But I'm not gonna wait, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going back to the garden center with my receipt, and I am just going to tell the manager that I am absolutely not satisfied with this at all. It's not like I just don't know what to do, or, you know, I just don't know how to take care of orchids, because I do somewhat. So I have knowledge of how to take care. And of course, even with this, I did a lot of research because I didn't know what was going on, and I've again done everything I could for this orchid. So indeed, I'm going to let them know how unsatisfied I am, and I am going to try to get an exchange for another plant that I've been wanting for so long. Well, not that long, but it seems like forever because I have not gotten it yet, and the plant is fairly expensive. So by me turning this in, it'll take 50% off for the other plant. So definitely that's what I'm going to do today. Fingers crossed, folks, fingers crossed with me, and let's see if I am able to exchange this for the plant that I want. That's right, that's what you get. That is what you get for not cooperating. Okay folks, so here I am. I've got the plant packed up as I had first purchased it, and of course you are seeing also the receipt. And I am on my way to see if I can get this exchanged again for something that I really, 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 really want. And you guys let me know if it was indeed worth the exchange. Okay, and here we are, folks. So, wish me luck. I'm going in there and seeing what magic and wonder we can do. Okay folks, so I am back in my garden and I have a little bit of bad news, a little bit of sad news. I went to the garden center and I tried to plead my case and explain exactly that I just was simply not happy with the Bolera, and indeed they were willing to accept her back. That's right folks, it was a good day for me, but a sad day for the Bolera Marfitch. But I can't help that, folks. I mean, come on. I tried, I gave it my all, and she just simply was not a happy camper in my garden. And folks, I mean, I just had to do what I felt I had to do, and I had the option to exchange her, and indeed I did. And what did I exchange her for? Something very phenomenal, at least I think. I mean, you guys, let me know. What do you honestly think? And this right here, folks, is what I exchanged her for. Ah, indeed, I exchanged her for this lovely, lovely Vanda right here. And this beautiful Vanda was priced at $29.98, so basically $30 for this gorgeous gal. And of course the Bolera Marfitch was about $13, so I had to pay $17 roundabout for this gorgeous, gorgeous gal. And if we take a closer look at all of these very scrumptious roots right here, very healthy, quite a strong root system, so she indeed is a healthy gal. And moving on up, you will see very healthy foliage as well. Very broad and also long foliage. Very tropical, very lovely. And of course, moving up to the gorgeous blossoms right here. Oh, wow. Quite a tremendous size as well for these blossoms. And this actual spike right here contains 9 gorgeous blossoms. And if we take a look, this color is actually a very bright magenta color, very rich and almost fluorescent. Just quite a beauty right here. And taking a distant look at the Vanda blossom, it actually looks like she is one solid color. But if we indeed take a closer look, we will begin to see that indeed she is not one color, and she actually has a pattern within her blossom. You can see that veining if you look very, very closely into the blossom. And that veining pattern is actually called a tessellation pattern, also known somewhat as a mosaic pattern, where it appears to have little square shapes in there. So indeed, she does have quite an amusing pattern to her as well. So indeed, folks, I am one happy camper with my new addition here. And again, I had to do what was right for me. I had to do what made me happy. And I was just frustrated with the Valera and not necessarily sure if I'll ever get another Valera again. I just wasn't happy. But I know for sure that I am ecstatic about the Vanda, and really I've gotten quite addicted to these beautiful, amusing varieties. Definitely I am one happy camper. Definitely not the same way I felt about that Valera. And I indeed had to do exactly what makes me happy, folks. Indeed, I am just so thrilled right now. Oh, and I did forget to mention, I actually got another Vanda girl. Ah, check her out with all of those marvelous patterns right there. Indeed, these are also quite some glamorous beauties right here with all of the splotches and spots. And also she has that tessellation pattern on her bottom petals as well. And as you're seeing, she has two different colors, that very light magenta, and then also coming into this darker magenta or a maroon color. So definitely she is also a gorgeous gal. Now, I seen her and I also fell in love with her as well. But now, as you're seeing, there's a little bit of a difference. The blossoms aren't so perky in this one, and they're actually pretty droopy. Yeah, pretty flimsy. Actually, this Vanda right here wasn't so healthy, unlike the other one. And we're going to take a closer look at the root system. I mean, oh my gosh, these are just so dry and brittle right here. And she has a lot of really bad condition roots. And yeah, no saving some of these roots. They've just been really lacking water to the point where they've just dried out and they're just really crispy. I mean, I could bend them and they'll just crack or break. So yeah, so she wasn't healthy in her root system. And if we take a closer look at also her foliage, you're seeing a lot of wrinkling in her foliage system as well. Definitely discoloration, and I even noted some severe burning on her also. So yeah, she wasn't in the best of conditions, but I was able to overlook that. And the manager also seen that she wasn't in the best health, and he was willing to give me 50% on this one, 50% off. And so that $30 became $15. So how can you say no to a $15 Vanda? And indeed, I mean, it might take a little bit more work, a little bit more watering, but she'll bounce right back. No worries, folks. So indeed, today was definitely a good day. And now I have such wonderful collection of Vandas. Oh my, I am just so thrilled. And sometimes, folks, it's all about living life to the fullest and of course doing what it is that makes you happy. And today I am very, very happy. And look here, folks, it's so funny because these guys were once together in a store and now they're together yet again. These brothers and sisters have been reunited, and indeed they are just as happy as I am. Oh my, what a reunion. We are family, me, my brothers and sisters, and me. I thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another orchid adventure with me, Maria Young, and I ask you guys to please stay tuned for more.